Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video we're going to talk about the Shieldon Knives Tortank. Shieldon Knives is a relatively new company coming to market and really making some strides. I do have to say I'm going to start this entire review by saying, quite honestly, I'm proud of Shieldon Knives and the steps they've taken early on to really meet their commitment to excellence, quality, and delivering knives that are just really nice. High value, nice knives, nice designs, fantastic, and that's exactly what we get here with the Tortank. Now here in this hand, the original Tortank version 1, here the Tortank version 2. So for a brand that's literally brand new to be already coming out with a version 2 of their knives, well, that just tells you exactly what I'm talking about in terms of their seriousness to delivering high quality knives. So what we're going to do in this video, I'm going to take you through these two Tortank models. I'm going to show you them specifically because, quite honestly, this model I am greatly enjoying. But beyond that, I want you to see the differences so I can kind of take you through the Shieldon Knives evolution so you can see what they're doing, what steps they're taking, and you can make a decision whether or not Shieldon Knives is a company for you. But with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now, before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Shieldon Knives who did provide this for review. Now again, Shieldon Knives, a new company to the market. They are, I'm not going to say differentiating themselves too much further than other sort of Chinese knife manufacturers. However, I do think the one place where they are differentiating themselves is really some of the designs that they're trying to come out with. They're a little bit different. They're a little, maybe unorthodox, which I like. And this Tortank, I do have to say, is one of the finest EDC knives I've carried in a long time. The blade shape is literally perfect. And in fact, I'm going to go as far as to say this knife, I wish I designed it. I mean, I design knives. I wish I designed this. It's that good. I really love this sort of reverse Tonto shape. It works extremely well. And, you know, I'm coming out of the Christmas season. I have had to cut open endless packaging. This knife has done such great work with precision, just a nice sharp edge, but looking the part. This Tortank is fantastic. And so again, here the Tortank, this is the version 1, which just right away, it is a beautiful knife. Now, I got my hands on Shieldon Knives very early in their process, pretty much right away. They had 8 original models. This is one of them. Now, when I went through these with the people at Shieldon Knives, I did have the opportunity to talk with them at length. One of the things we discussed was the inability to take the knives apart. So unfortunately, this particular knife here was almost impossible to disassemble. Now, Shieldon has wholesale across their entire lineup changed that to the point where they're not using adhesives, they're not using Loctite, they just have the ability at this point to take the knives apart. So I'm not going to get into too much detail on that, but just note that that is a change that they've already made in response to the community who likes to take their knives apart. So again, talking about Shieldon and their commitment to the customer, that's just the first thing to discuss. But here, the Tortank version 2. Now, at an initial glimpse, you'd say, well, those knives look pretty much identical. However, I can tell you there are some fairly substantial differences. So first, again, the ability to take this apart, but let's look closely at the details. Both of these knives have 9CR18 MOV blades. It's a Damascus pattern. Now, the original here on the right, you can see the pattern was beautiful, but some people didn't believe it was real. Some people wish there was more definition. So, well, what did Shieldon do? They upped the ante. Here, 67 layer, true Damascus, 9CR, 18 MOV, which is going to be reasonable budget steel, but at the same time, for what you're getting here, just beautifully done. You can feel the etching. So this is like a deep etched Damascus pattern, and you do need to be careful. This came well oiled to protect the knife. I mean, this will patina, which actually personally I do like, but man, I mean, just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, the next thing you can see, obviously the color of the actual scales is now different. The original coming with the green G10 and carbon fiber layers, now the red G10 and carbon fiber layers, both of them beautifully done, just very, very nice. But the subtleties really come on the opposite side. So as we flip this over, take a look at the difference in the pocket clip. That is a massive change. The version 1, it was nice, but you can see it's not deep ride. It has exposed bolts holding it in place. So the screws, the clip screws, just exposed. It was kind of thin. Maybe consider it to be a little bit wiry, but this clip is just beautiful. To me, that's about the perfect shape. Has a little bit of skeletonizing, nice in that sort of titanium gray. And as we look at the side here, the recessed screws. So again, Shieldon really is listening to the customers, getting all kinds of feedback from reviewers in meetings that they're actually having with people like myself who are saying you should be using recessed screws on the pocket clips. Other people saying you should have deep ride pocket clips in the first place. Just doing a wonderful job. So again, Shieldon really listening to the customer, and I think it's starting to show on their products very early on. Now, I'd be interested to see how these weigh up. When you look at the inside here, and it's going to be a little bit difficult to see, but you can definitely see some skeletonizing. So on the version 1, skeletonizing there on the show side and deep in there on the clip side. So you can see there is some skeletonizing. Now on the version 2, also with skeletonizing, but I feel like they went just a little bit bigger in there. I feel like they're trying to lose a little bit more weight. So there's the show side and here on the clip side. So again, I feel like it's just gonna be lighter, but the only way to tell is to weigh these up. And so as we get into this here, the original version 1, weighing in at 4.6 ounces. And now the version 2 actually appears to be maybe just a touch heavier. Now, hard to say why. It did, in my opinion, appear to be a little more skeletonized, but that is certainly not the case. It could potentially be that the actual blade steel is now a little bit denser with that sort of, 67 layers on the Damascus pattern there. But very, very similar. In fact, either way you go, both of these absolutely beautiful. I do think they've done a little bit of a better job with their etching, that's for sure. As you look at their logo, it is now a little more pronounced, which is probably a good thing. And also with the name on the back side. So you can see here the Tortank. And again, this is designed by their in-house designer, Django, which he's been doing a great job. Again, as I mentioned, I kind of wish this Tortank was my design because this knife is absolutely beautiful. Now the action on the Tortank, wonderful. Flies open, no problem at all. It is both a flipper, but it also has the thumb studs, so working extremely well. It's comfortable, it feels great. The blade shape is wonderful. Between the reverse tanto and that nice belly sweep, and I feel like they absolutely nailed the grind and the edge geometry. It's nice and refined, extremely sharp, just slices right through packaging. That point you can get in nice and precise and just dig at like little things like rubber bands and like the little sort of plastic tabs that hold like toys and different things in place. I used the version 1 at length and it just performed so well. Just nice and comfortable, feeling really good. So overall, I definitely have to say I love the way these knives feel in the hands. The action, very good. In fact, in terms of drop shut, no problem at all. So they're doing a great job. I think the overall blade size, blade weight, overall geometry, fit and finish, absolutely fantastic. When you look at the centering, it is definitely perfect, no problem at all. There's not much I can say. to really pick this apart. So Shieldon Knives doing a very nice job. And so there's no doubt in my mind the quality is definitely there. Nice quality and reasonably valued products. Now, this should ring in at, I believe, a little bit less than $100. We will see these very soon on Amazon. So these are going to be an Amazon.com available product. The Tortank itself, not quite there, but there are a number of other models. So if you're interested in seeing what Shieldon has to offer at this time, they do have an Amazon store. So take a look at the links below. And so, all right, guys, there you have it, a look at the Tortank by Shieldon Knives. Again, I'd like to say thank you very much to the people at Shieldon for providing these for review. That's a little bit of a look at the Tortank version 2 against the version 1. And you can see they're definitely making some advancements, and early on. That's the big thing for me, having a company that's listening. They're trying to make advances. They're actually listening to the customers and the reviewers, and immediately. And when I say immediately, I literally mean like immediately going back, making the changes, making the refinements, and bringing the new model to you right away. That's definitely cool. I think it's really neat, and it's a testament to what Shieldon's trying to do. And so if you like this content, do me a favor, take a look at my Outer Limitless 2 channel, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things. At this point, I have a number of videos up there. The channel's growing quickly, so do me a favor, give me some support, and check me out on Outer Limitless 2. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.